purple cabbage, which we'll be shredding in our salad as well. And then we need some white and red. Good morning, everyone. We're getting ready to do some quick shopping this morning to get our 13 bean soup rolling. So follow me. Well, this is where all of the fiber and the vibrancy happens. And when you go with whole foods, plant-based, you're getting all of these wonderful nutrients that our bodies need. And food truly is like a medicine. So we're going to pick up some radishes this morning. Everything looks so wonderful over here. Get our salad rolling. We like the red leaf lettuce. We'll get some of this as well. All right. I get excited when I see all these wonderful colors. So we need several things from over here. We're going to get some celery, and these rainbow carrots are rocking. We need some radish for our salad, and this red leaf lettuce just looks scrumptious. We want a rainbow of color. All right, and I'm checking my list off here as I go. Purple cabbage, which we'll be shredding in our salad as well. And then we need some white and red. Onions. All right. Coming down to the mushrooms. We'll grab a cucumber along the way. Package of mushrooms. Okay, here we go. So it's important to have a list because we don't want to get things that we don't necessarily need right now. And then we don't want to make 3 and 4 trips to the store for things that we've forgotten. So here we go. We're still on the outskirts of the store. It's not necessary for us to go into each and every aisle. This is going to be a quick trip today. Here we are. We're going to get some tomato paste. Some right here. And so we're going to get our 13 bean soup mix, which is already combined for us, high fiber, plenty of colors and variety. And you might also see a 16 bean wherever you're shopping. We'll pick up some liquid aminos here. Then we'll get a little liquid smoke to add to our bean soup. And we'll move down here and pick up a couple of packages of broth. And of course, we're going to use some veggie broth. And I'm also always looking for the low sodium option. And if you see here, this one has 120 milligrams, wherein the regular vegetables broth has 600 milligrams. So we're definitely going with the low sodium. So we'll get 2 of these. We'll also get some whole wheat flour, some baking soda, some cocoa baking powder, and we'll pick up chocolate chips, baking chips. And last aisle here. And we're going to get some maple syrup. Okay, so I was mentioning before um, the beauty of having a list. We're going back to the produce because there are a few things that I yet need and will be done. All right, we're over here with these wonderful avocados. And one thing you want to do is you want the avocado firm, but you want to have a little squeeze to it. So this one feels wonderful. It needs a little give. That one's great. We'll get a couple of lemons, some cilantro for our salad, and a garlic. All right, and we're all set. All right. Stevie, can you make sure that this goes toward the End of Hunger campaign with Feed the Mass? All right, thank you. Okay, that'll do it for now, and thank you, New Seasons, for allowing us to participate with you this morning, and see you back at the studio.
Donita, would you introduce yourself to everybody?
I'm Donita Andrews, and I am just thrilled to be here at Feed the Mass and to be able to present some healthy food this evening.
Perfect. And we are in partnership with Reach and Multnomah County. Technology. Whenever you're ready. I'm ready. All right, sorry everybody for the technical difficulties. Technology, we all know these things. This is why I have a Mac and not a Windows. We're just gonna start over from the beginning because we got cut off in the intro. So everybody, thank you so much for joining us today. My name is Jacob Valentine with Feed the Mass, and to my left we have Miss Donita. And Donita, just one more time for everybody who didn't hear you the first time. Could you introduce yourself?
All right, this is an advantage for latecomers. I'm Donita Andrews, and I'm just excited to be here at Feed the Mass, and I have been going through weekly classes for diabetes prevention through the REACH program, and I am here to bring some healthy meals this evening.
What's wrong? Oh. All right. So thank you, Reach. Thank you, Multnomah County, so much for partnering with us. We're super excited for diabetes prevention. Also, if you haven't already, please subscribe, like the thumbs up down there, and also comment where are you watching from. And so today we're going to talk about making a healthy approach to cooking. And from my understanding, everything we're about to cook today is vegan.
Yes,
correct?
Absolutely.
All right, and I'm a giant skeptic about vegan and making it taste good. So I'm super excited. So tell me a little bit of overview. What are we going to learn today? What are the 3 recipes we're going to learn today?
Okay, I am doing a 16 bean soup.
Perfect.
You can have 13 beans or 16 beans, but a dried bean package that I am going to add some other things to that you might not have thought about. And then we're going to have a salad, and I'm going to show you how to have a different salad every single day or whenever you want one.
Love it.
And for our dessert, we're going to have fudgy avocado brownies. And before you think that that's something that you don't want to have anything to do with, wait until you see the end product.
Perfect. And those that are at home, you can watch along, you can cook along. We're also going to have the recipes up on to our description. And those who are watching after our live stream, again, go at your own pace, pause if you need to. But one of the most important things to everything is getting all of your ingredients all prepped out before you start cooking. It's going to make it easier for you guys, and it's going to be able to move along easily throughout the entire thing. So Before we get going, I want to talk a little bit about my first question, which is, what is your approach to eating healthy?
My basic approach to eating healthy is to stay as much as possible with food in its natural form.
Yeah.
And so fruits and vegetables and legumes and just new and different creative ways in which to prepare that. And there's so much more out there and available to people these days that there's no excuse not to dive into some of these things.
Definitely. Perfect. So let's get down to cooking, because I know we got 1 hour and there's 3 recipes, and I don't know how you're going to do it, but we're going to do it together.
All right.
So what's the first recipe we're going to do?
So we're going to start with the fudgy avocado brownies because we want to get those in the oven. Perfect. And because I'm using the Instant Pot tonight, and I hope that you are too, and if you're not, that you will in the future, that's only going to take 30 minutes for these beans. So we're going to dive in and put the dry ingredients together and then the moist ingredients. And there's so few ingredients to this that you can just snap it together in no time. So before we get going, what should we have our oven preheated to? And the oven should be preheated at 350.
Perfect. All right. So those at home, make sure you get your oven preheated 350. What's our first ingredient?
We're going to start with a cup of whole wheat flour.
Whole wheat flour.
And if you want gluten-free, that's fine as well.
Okay. And I know that Bob's Red Mill does a really good gluten-free flour. So check it out. It's super good.
Absolutely. Then we're going to follow that up with a teaspoon of baking soda.
Baking soda.
And a half a teaspoon of sea salt.
Okay, so salt and a leavening agent. So baking soda, really good. Baking soda is also good for holding in moisture. So when we're talking about fudgy brownies, we need that moisture being held onto. So that's perfect. Absolutely.
And now we're going to use a half a cup of cocoa powder.
Cocoa powder. And what kind of, what's your favorite kind of cocoa powder?
It's unsweetened cocoa powder.
Unsweetened cocoa powder. Okay, so no sweetness. So does dark chocolate work, cocoa powder, or would Nestle's cocoa powder work too?
You want it to say a half a cup. I mean, you want it to say unsweetened cocoa powder.
Unsweetened cocoa powder. All
that'll
right.
suffice.
So we're watching our sugars.
And so now we're just going to mix all that together quickly. And now we're going to put our moist ingredients together. And that consists of a half a cup of maple syrup.
Oh, okay, maple.
So we're going to drop that in.
'Tis the season. I'll grab that for you. Perfect.
And then 3/4 of a cup of almond milk.
Okay. Now, is almond milk necessary, or can you go any other non-dairy milk?
You can use coconut or some of the other milk.
I'm not a fan of almond milk, but I love me some oat milk. And actually, have you tried the barley milk?
No, I haven't.
It isn't so new to me, but it's just as good as oat milk. So if you are lactose intolerant like myself, try barley milk if you get a chance. All right, so you got your liquids all mixed together.
And now, the first thing that you want to do that I didn't do was put your avocado in here and smash it up. So I'm not going to try to put the avocado in here now. I'm going to smash it and then add it
first. Okay.
So I'm just going to go around here. And if you noticed when we were at the store, I said your avocado needs to have a little squeeze to it. And
definitely.
So we're going to use this whole avocado.
So if you have a really ripe avocado, almost just mashed already inside, would this be a good recipe to for maybe your little too old avocados?
Absolutely.
Okay, perfect. So if you have avocados that's it's at its end, and we're oh no, it's too soft to turn into sliced avocado toast or something like that, but you can use your stuff that's going to go bad in this way. I love this. Oh, yeah.
And so we're just going to smash it up here.
Smash and mash.
And so for those of you that are still skeptical, when you see little pieces of avocado, if you do see little pieces, they just look like little green jewels. And it is the avocado that's going to add the moisture, so we don't need any oil at all in these brownies.
Okay.
This avocado is going to do it all.
Because it has that fat's already in there. I like that. So it's like kind of like your substitution for an egg and like the butter in a regular brownie recipe.
Absolutely.
Love that.
And you will see when this comes out that it will be so moist because of this avocado.
So we tested these recipe already, and needless to say, the entire team loved it so much that I didn't even get one. So this entire pan that we're about to make is all mine. And that's what's going to happen.
All right, so now we have that mashed up really well.
Oh, yeah.
And we're going to add it to the liquid.
Love it. Perfect. So we got our wet, our dry, all mixed together. Oh, that looks good.
And remember at home, it's better when you start with the avocado, but that's okay.
Yep. Now, could you throw this all into like a food processor and like make it even like smoother if you wanted to?
You sure could.
Perfect.
Yeah.
No, I love that. So if you got a food processor at home, say like you have arthritis and it's super hard for you to like, you know, smash things and stuff like that, you can throw this all into a food processor, much like we have over here, and actually get it nice and smooth texture as well. And actually, you could probably even throw all your dry ingredients into it as well, and you get the same kind of, you know, consistency for your entire brownies. So that's perfect.
Right. Now we're going to add the moist into the dry.
Okay, love that, love that. Okay, I can get on board for this. I can get on board. Oh, and that's perfect.
And then we'll mix this up, and that is it for that.
Perfect. So it was quick. I mean, that was literally, I mean, once everything's measured, that's like 3-4 minutes. Do we have our sheet pan?
We do. It's
Oh,
all
perfect.
ready.
All right.
And so the last thing we're going to do is we're going to fold in a half a cup of dark chocolate chips.
Ooh, okay.
Whoops.
The chocolate chips, you had me. You had me at the chocolate chips.
And you want to put some parchment paper in your pan because, again, we're doing no oil.
Yep. And you know, these are amazing. Most of these are pretty nonstick, but it's kind of just like an insurance, just to make sure, like, hey, we're not going to let you stick, no matter what. No sticking allowed. Oh, that looks good. I mean, I can just eat that by itself, right? That's allowed.
So these are going to be fudgy.
Oh, that looks good.
And so I am thinking from where I'm standing that I might just add just a tad bit more.
Liquid?
Yes.
Okay.
Of the almond milk.
I'll get you some more almond milk.
And we'll just
It's in the
put
fridge?
yes.
All right.
We'll just put a little bit more of that in to make it a little more pliable.
Yeah, you want it to be a batter, not like a cookie dough. You want it to be a little bit looser than a cookie dough.
That's fine. And I see my green jewels in here.
Mm-hmm.
Just
Perfect.
a little.
And we're using some almond breeze, really good almond milk if you're going to go with one.
All right,
Oh yeah,
that's
it's getting
better.
there. Oh, that looks so good.
All right. So just kind of check for consistency.
So when you started thinking about like going vegan, what was your like first steps?
I actually did quite a bit of reading before I actually started.
Okay.
But I just felt that it was time for a change. And having been maybe 4 decades of trying numerous diets, and I don't know if I said this is a half a cup of our chips that we're just going to fold in.
Yep. I got you.
Okay. And now we're going to put this in our pan.
Oh.
And it'll be off to the oven.
All right. So I have done a whole month of eating vegan. How do you keep it like interesting for you?
Well, ideally, I try to try two new recipes a week.
Okay.
And if I don't make the mark, at least I've tried one a week to do something different. And I might pause in between, but later after I've gotten a few things underway here, I'm going to share some tips with you in terms of how to be able to have meals accessible at your fingertips and keep it fresh.
I love it.
Yeah.
This is going to be my little treat over here. Don't mind me.
And the nice thing about it is when you're cooking, you could always sample everything because there's no eggs in anything, and everything is fresh, and you don't have to worry about, oh, this is not cooked and I might get sick from this. So I'm just going to spread this across the pan.
This is like, you don't even have to put it in the oven. Just leave it on the counter. I'll be all right.
Almost like cookie dough.
Oh, it's and you really don't taste avocado.
Not at all. And it'll just cook in so nicely.
All right, so we're gonna put this in the oven. How long again?
50 minutes.
At preheated 350, 50 or 15, 1-5.
50.
50 minutes, 50 minutes. We're gonna put this in the oven, 350. We're gonna do a quick break. We're gonna get this cleaned up, and we're gonna get on to what's the next recipe.
We'll start with the bean soup.
Bean soup. Back in about 5 minutes, y'all. All right, welcome back, everybody. So we're super excited because we're going to recipe number 2, which is our 16 bean, 20 bean, 100 bean soup.
16 beans.
16 bean soup. Now, question. Do we have to do anything special to our bean soup before, or to our beans before we do our soup?
So these beans soaked overnight.
Okay,
and so
perfect.
now they're all ready to go.
Okay, so what kind of beans do we have in there? Could you identify a couple?
Okay, red beans, pinto beans, black-eyed peas, black beans, split pea, and navy beans, just to name a few.
Oh, man. All right, so if you're a bean fanatic, like I love beans, this is for you. Now, do you miss anything from like any meats or anything like that in your journey of veganism? Do you miss anything?
I absolutely don't.
Okay, okay.
And there's seasonings and other textures that are very satisfying. So.
Okay, all right. So walk us through. So this is a food processor, my favorite tool in the kitchen. Mine is a Ninja Bullet, but this is a lot bigger than most other people's food processors. So what are you going to teach us about this food processor today?
I'm really impressed to hear you say that because I know that you're a master slicer and dicer.
I know my way around a knife.
That's right. And so for those of you that aren't master slicer and dicers, this is the tool for you.
Okay.
And so if you want to get something done quickly,
I always like quick.
pull your food processor out. We're going to start with 3 cloves of garlic, and we're actually going to mince these. Now, normally, I'll peel my garlic, and I will, have about 8 cloves in here, and then I have it for the rest of the week, and it's fresh and it's ready.
Okay.
And so we're going to start this and just put it on high and let it rip, and that's okay, because it's in the
All right.
And so this is going to mince this for us.
So wait, you're telling me I ain't got to bring out the knife, I ain't got to sharpen anything, I just
Nothing.
throw it in there.
And
All
we're
right.
already ready. So I'm going to get this out, and I'm going to put it in here. Now, I turn the Instant Pot on the saute mode, and I'm just going to put a little bit of low-sodium vegetable broth in here.
Yeah, so we're worrying about our salt, that's good. And
And
actually, we're
so-
controlling our salt, which is good.
We're using the saute
Function.
function, thank you.
You're welcome.
And most of the time, people think of oil when they think of saute, but you can saute anything in just water or vegetable broth.
Okay, so we're cutting the amount of fat calories, which is good, because if you're trying to go for that, that swimsuit look for summer, because we got 3 more months, and I look to be in my what do they call it, the man Speedos? This is going to be summer style, so I need this tips. It's going to make me look like that. All right, so what's next?
So now we're going to add some onion in here.
Okay,
and
we
I'm
do-
going to do the same thing. We're using a whole onion, by the way.
Oh, whole
And
onion.
don't hold back on the onion because it just adds to the flavor.
I
And
got
so
you.
we'll put that
And the best part about this, no crying. Oh yeah, let it do its thing. And so what I'm noticing is it's actually breaking down a lot of these ingredients, so it actually melds really well and quickly. So your cook time is going to go down a lot faster. Oh,
And I want to say, because we've soaked these beans, it's only going to take 20 to 30 minutes in the Instant Pot for them
yeah.
to cook. So.
for sure. And usually if you don't have an Instapot, this is probably going to be more like an hour to 2 hour kind of method. So if you're trying to save time at home, because maybe you have the kids and stuff, get yourself an Instapot. These are lifesavers. All right, so what are we doing next?
Now we're going to just pulse.
Oh, okay,
Use the
pulsing.
pulsing mode
Okay, pulse
for
mode.
the mushrooms.
Mushrooms
Because
in.
we don't want them pulverized, and we just want to break them up a little.
I got a little piece of paper towel. So we clean these, so just FYI. All right, so we're gonna pulse. You want them chunky, right? Mm-hmm. How's that? 3, 4?
A little more.
A little more.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. Oh, got these little big chunks. It's all right. I'm gonna break them up with my hands. There you go. Strong hands, that is the key. All right. Oh, sorry. Do one more.
All right.
Perfect.
Look great. So as you see,
Oh,
nice and chunky.
yeah, real chunky.
And that's going to give us more texture
Okay.
in our soup.
Texture is important. You don't want to be eating mash or mush, as they would say, so texture is good. So far, I'm a fan of this process. Your cooking is so much easier than sitting there tediously chopping everything. Even as a pro like myself, I love shortcuts. Anytime I can get, a good soup or a good stir fry or anything like that on, and it's quick, I'm a big fan.
So
All
we're
right.
adding that in, and now we're going to, I think we're going to do the same with these.
The celery,
and note
perfect.
that I did not put the celery in with the mushrooms because then everything would be too mushy.
Got it.
And I wanted it to maintain some more of the texture that it would.
Perfect. You want to give it a pulse?
No, just high.
Ah,
Let's make it happen. Looks good. So we put the celery on high, and again, that's going to give us a creaminess
ooh,
and add flavor as well.
I got you.
Okay,
Teamwork, making the dream work.
that's right.
So if you got little ones, this is actually also super friendly. So if you got yourself, a little tyke, a little kiddo, a little teenager, a toddler, what is another one? A child? Whatever you have
Okay.
of that persuasion, that they can help you with this portion without any danger.
Okay, so now we have used this part of the food processor to mince the garlic and to kind of chunk up the other veggies.
Okay.
So now we're going to change it up.
Oh, you're changing
And
it up.
I love this food processor because it has 5 functions on it.
Oh.
So this one is a fine slicing,
Okay.
and when you turn it over, it's fine shredding.
Okay.
And then this is medium slicing and then medium shredding. So we're going to put this up on the medium slice side.
Okay.
Put the top on.
Putting top on.
We're going to use 3 carrots and we're going to just run these through. And they can all be together. Turn it on high and off we go.
Oh, 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 oh. Faster than your mama can say hi. Oh my goodness. All right. So we're gonna carefully pop these off. Perfect. And then again,
And so again, these carrots have a good size to them. We don't want them fine.
Okay.
All right, we are nearing the end.
Man, that's so good.
So now we have all of the veggie ingredients in here. And to this, we're going to add a 1/2 cup of coconut amino acids.
That's a lot of umami right there. So for those that don't know about coconut amino acids, what's its like closest relative?
I mean, coconut aminos. Okay, I didn't mean to put the acid in there.
Oh no, sorry, coconut aminos.
But anyway, I wanted you to see, and I'm a fan of Bragg's, the coconut liquid aminos is lower in sodium than the regular liquid aminos. The flavor is a little different, but it's still all good. So, for example, the coconut has 140 milligrams of sodium, and the regular has 310. So it's like, which would you do?
Yeah.
We're talking about making healthy choices, and reading labels is so important.
So if you have like soy sauce, would that be a good substitution?
So soy sauce is still going to be a lot higher in sodium.
Okay.
And that's why we use the liquid aminos.
Oh, okay.
So now we're stirring all this up, and we're going to add a tablespoon of non-salt, no salt seasoning of your choice.
Yep.
All right.
So it's like Italian seasoning right here. Is that what we have, or do you know?
This is just, I'll have to show you after the break.
Oh, okay. No worries. We'll find it.
But anyway, it has many different herbs and spices in it,
Can I
and
give it-
just
can I
no
give it a quick
salt.
smell? Oh, It's like Italian seasoning.
So you're
Oh, I
gonna
love that.
identify that. Thank you.
No worries. I like that.
And then we're gonna add our half a cup of our coconut aminos. We're going with the lower sodium one.
Yep. Watching that salt. I got high blood pressure, so I appreciate this.
And we're gonna add just a dash of liquid smoke, which I just put a capful in with this coconut amino. So that's already in there.
That's what I was smelling. All right. So that's about, if you're looking for a cap, it's about a half a teaspoon.
And then we're gonna add our beans.
Oh.
Yay, here they go.
That looks fantastic.
To this wonderful mixture that is going to walk and talk to us in a very short time.
Yes, it is. I'm going to say hello.
And then we'll put in a half a can of small tomato paste.
And that's kind of like a thickener agent as well, so it's going to give you a little body to our soup. I love that.
So we don't need the whole thing. You can save that to mix with your avocado dip or whatever.
Also, if you at home and if you ever go shopping, they also have the tomato paste in tubes. So if you're cooking for, say, one and you're kind of cut down this recipe, you can also find the tube ones, and those are resealable. So you don't have that weird can. You ever had that in your fridge where you forget about that tomato paste in the back of your fridge and it goes moldy? That's what I'm talking about. So if you get that resealable, it'll last a long time in your fridge. So how is everybody doing out there? If you are having a good time, I want you guys putting thumbs up in the chat because, you know, we want this to be an interactive time. And this is also a good time for you guys at home. If you have questions, put them in the chat so we can start answering some of these questions.
So anyway, we're using our low sodium vegetable broth, and we're using 1 3/4.
Ah, okay, all right.
So when you're using the Instant Pot, there is a maximum guide on the inside, and you don't want to exceed that. And we have all our wonderful ingredients in here.
I've done that, and it was a very bad day in the studio. So don't go above that.
All right, so here we go.
Okay, so it's all mixed, it's all happy. We're gonna litter up.
And so now it's time we need to take this off of the saute mode. We're gonna turn that off, hit cancel, and then we're gonna push the pressure cook function.
Oh yeah.
And we're making sure that this is turned up. There's actually a little icon here that has a cloud on it for vent, and you don't want it on that side until you're finished.
Perfect.
And so it's already beeping on that it's getting ready to do its thing, and I'm gonna set this for
30 minutes?
yes,
Oh yeah.
for 30 minutes, and then it'll do what it does.
You said it, you forget it. All right, guys, we're gonna do a quick cleanup. We'll be back in about 3 minutes, and we have a special kind of commercial for you guys featuring our own Brian Butler. Hope you guys enjoy. All right, we're back. So a couple things. Thank you, New Seasons, for partnering with us this year to end hunger in Portland. Super happy about that. If you guys want more information, again, go check out New Seasons. They have tons of information on there. Also, for those of you who are in the Portland area and you are working downtown, this week, actually tomorrow morning, is going to be the launch of our Fed Cafe. So if you are a latte fan or you love a good breakfast sandwich, come out, enjoy some food, say hi to the team. I'll be there, so if you want to say hi to me, I'll also make your first coffee if you request it as well. I'll be there. Also, if you have any, what was it, Ivan? What was the thing you were asking? I keep forgetting what it was. Oh, if you want more information about the recipe ingredients, it is in the description down below right now. So if you want to, screenshot it, whatever you are using, make sure you go down below. Appreciate you guys. And so I know we got a lot of things going on. Everything is in the ovens. It's smelling amazing. I'm hungry already. So I guess the last question for this time is how to have healthy food for you to enjoy. How do I do that? Especially when it's like the whole thing about healthy food is disgusting. Is that a myth?
I hope. I hope so.
Okay.
But anyway, if you're looking and you see the array of colors here
Yes.
before you, I just want to encourage people to start where you are.
Yeah.
And whatever you're doing right now, how about, okay, I'll have one non-meat meal a week and build up from there.
Yeah.
And you can do a potato bar and, put some black beans and some, salsa and chives and whatever else that you might like.
Dairy-free yogurt.
Yeah.
I like.
And
all
so
right.
just, start small and work up. If you're pretty well on your journey and you want something fresh, there's so many websites you can go to and just hit up a recipe real quick, a vegan recipe. Share with other people or, other people that that might be on this journey as well.
Yeah.
And to me, it's not a diet, it is a lifestyle.
Oh, yeah.
And so I'm always looking for ways to improve upon that. So
Yeah, and I think, one of the things that I've learned and I've incorporated is, again, like you were saying, all the different colors. If, like, I go shopping and, like you said in your video, staying on the outsides, but when you're in the vegetable aisle, just trying to find, like, different colors in the mix. I think that's super helpful because the more colors you eat, of course, the better you're going to feel. And I truly believe it because it has been very much part of my life and, my weight loss journey, and then also recovering from thyroid surgery. So that was also a really big issue for me is like I have one less organ in my body. So I actually have to like really focus on how do I eat healthier and how am I going to keep the weight off, because when you lose a thyroid, your body is going to fluctuate its weight, your metabolism is going to change. So it is important for me to eat a variety of different vegetables, not being consistent to eating a bunch of like starches and stuff like that, because I know for me as a Hawaiian and also black, rice has been my daily go-to, but I've had to limit those things. So I'm glad we get to talk a little bit about salad, because I think this is a really good entry level to eating healthy is how do you make a good salad? So I know we also have an amazing grain over here, so you want to talk a little bit about that?
well, we do have some quinoa here, and you see it in your store like this.
It was a hippie food back in the day. Now it's a superfood.
And so I basically just put this in my rice steamer and hit the white rice mode, and then I have some already ready here. So I can scoop this over my salad, and this is a complete protein. It has all of the 8 essential
amino acids.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
And so they're all here. It's a complete protein by itself.
So I get to keep the muscles now. So I don't have to sacrifice the muscles to eat healthy.
And then, you can have it some on your salad, but you could also saute some onions and mushrooms and fix it in with that. And so there's so many things that you can do with this.
Love that. Love that.
While we're talking about that, since you kind of jumped the gun on me
sorry.
with that, this is my go-to.
Okay.
Hemp seed is what's happening.
Okay.
And it
Hemp
actually has 10 grams of protein in this hemp seed. And
Okay.
so like on the bag, it says you can eat it as a snack, and I'm not there yet. But it's wonderful when you put it in fruit compote and on salads.
Ooh.
So, and it goes in soups, it goes in everything. And so 3 tablespoons is 10 grams of protein. So you're getting your protein, and we're going to put some of this on our salad because it gives it a nice grainy, nutty kind of texture to it. And so it's so enjoyable, and it fills the salad. But so we're looking at the salad, and before we get to that, I just want to finish up with, I put most of our mushrooms in the soup. And so we have these left over. You don't want to wash these if you're going to store them. You need to leave them dry. And so what I tend to do is I'll get a paper bag and date it so that it doesn't end up being a science project in your fridge. And so these mushrooms we'll just dump into here.
Got it.
And so then we have them, we can use them with our quinoa some other time or with another dish. And hopefully you'll see that in big letters, the mushrooms in the date.
So funny enough, I learned a skill on TikTok because we were just talking about TikTok a little bit ago. So did you know that if you have a tendency to forget about your vegetables, if you were to switch out your condiment wall, so we're gonna pull this up. Come on, Luke, get over here. I want you to see this. So the condiment wall, if you were to switch your condiments and put them inside your fridge, and you put all your vegetables on the door, you're more likely to eat it because it's the first thing you see when you open up your fridge.
I like
So
it.
FYI.
I like it.
All right,
Okay.
mushrooms in there. Get in there. Sorry, no judgment on our fridge. We are very much live in this place.
Anyway, we're going to start with this basic salad. So I just have some leafy lettuce here. And I kind of cheated while we were on break. And I added some cilantro in the salad because I love cilantro.
Do you ever met someone who says it tastes like soap?
No.
Oh, okay. I have a couple times.
People either love it or they hate it.
They love it or they hate it.
But anyway, if you're not a big cilantro fan, then don't put this in your salad. But I already have some in here, so I'm not going to add any additional. I just wanted you to see that those are our first 2 ingredients. Now the goal here is we're going to do a basic salad. And then we're going to add some things on.
Okay.
So my basic salad is red cabbage.
Okay.
And now I'm going to use the fine slicing.
Fine slicing.
This is fine shredding, so we're going to turn it over this way.
To the fine slicer.
Put
That's
our
what they used to
top
call
around.
me back in the day, you know? You're welcome.
And so we're going to add our purple cabbage in here.
All
and
right.
put your topper on.
Put the topper on and press.
And I'm going to do another one.
Quicker than you can say Bob's your uncle.
Okay.
Oh, perfect.
Now, I had 3 chunks here, but I'm just kind of checking it out, and I'm fine with that. We have a couple of big pieces in here, and guess what? I'll just take these and put
in my mouth.
I'll just take these and put them in a plastic bag, and I'll freeze them because at the end of the week or 2 weeks, I'll just put them all in the Instant Pot with some water to make my vegetable broth. So I am not put out that this piece didn't get ground out. It will get used. But as you see, the rest of this is
Beautiful.
so nicely. Do not buy those bags in the store
Do
that
not.
are already done.
No.
You can do this yourself.
Do not
and so
do that.
I'm going to add this because it is so nutritious.
Got you.
And it gives you such good color to your salad. And any big pieces, I'm just going to take out. And there's just a couple.
Just a couple.
So anyway, this is my foundational salad.
Perfect.
And then the other thing,
Same thing?
medium blade, That's it.
This is it. All right.
other side,
Other side. Got it.
is my purple onions. Now, if you don't care for these, then you're not using these
Get
right
out
now.
of here.
And so, so these, you want to make sure that they are at the right angle so that you get the right cut, and
All
that's
right.
fine.
Perfect.
Add another one.
Throw one more in there.
And I want to stand it up.
Stand her up.
Okay.
I got her. Here we go.
And so on your onions, you want to have some bite to it, and that's why we didn't do this on the fine mode.
Oh, yeah.
And so these are all over the place. These are looking good.
They look great.
And we're going to add those onions in there.
I got you. Got the big hands for a reason. Here we go. All right.
Okay. And now we're going to add a couple of, a tablespoon or so of Italian seasoning in here.
Get the Italian in you. I like it.
Another good thing to add in would be turmeric and pepper.
Turmeric and pepper. So you get the antioxidants.
Correct.
Yes. I'm a
And
big
so
believer
we
in
have
turmeric.
that, and then I am, because I don't do anything without my hemp seeds. Here they go,
Hey.
and they will hold up. So this is part of my basic. It might not be part of yours, but
It
I
should be.
encourage you to try it because it's wonderful.
Can I get a little bit? Just so I can try a little bit.
Absolutely.
This is my first time, trying hemp seeds.
Oh, and here's the disclaimer.
Yep.
You won't have any problem with drug testing using hemp seeds.
Oh, man,
when they process this, it takes out whatever that
The
is. that
THC,
yes,
CBD, all
absolutely,
that.
all of
ABCD, LMG.
And so, all right. So now we're going with the cucumber.
Cucumber.
And we're going to use the medium blade.
You gotta put the blade in first. Everybody, don't
And
forget that.
We're going to use the medium blade because they will not last as long on the fine sliced blade. And the whole thing fits in there, and the topper goes on.
Ah, I'm just kidding.
All right.
Sorry. Bad joke.
Now, when you have cucumbers, they will tend to go bad quickly in your salad if you don't eat it right away. So I always use these separate.
Yep.
I'm sorry.
Oh, no, you're good. I got you.
So this will go on your individual plate, and so this will be in the refrigerator for a few days, and you can add it as this is our basic salad. And so now we're going to use the fine blade.
Fine blade.
We're doing fine slicing.
Yes, you are.
Is that the right one? Yeah, this is medium, that's fine.
All
We're
right.
going to use the fine blade for these radishes because most people don't like radishes. But if they are sliced thinly, they're delightful and they add wonderful color to your salad.
You ever had pickled radish?
I have not.
Oh man, what we used to do is for like buffet bars, we would go and slice it real thin like this. Got it. We would slice them real thin. We get some warm vinegar, so we'd warm it up, throw some spices and some dill, some black pepper, and then we would just throw these into that warm vinegar, and we would just pickle them real quick. And it's just a way to get that. If you're not a big fan of just radishes by themselves, but pickled, it's a good way to get those vitamins of the radish and all that stuff in there.
Now look at that. These are just wonderful. Now they don't go in the salad.
Nope.
Because this is the main salad. So any day of the week, you can add any of these other components to the salad. You can add the quinoa. We already have the hemp seeds in here. And so this is our basic with the cilantro, red onions, red cabbage, and guess what we'll keep in there for a few days? We're gonna add a little citrus in here.
Chopped up, was that oranges?
And they're oranges.
Oh.
And that's just one orange. And so we're gonna add this in here to just give it a little, it's gonna have a sweet sour, and the oranges aren't going to do anything strange within the next few days. So that gives it a little uplift.
Can I get handsy with it?
Absolutely.
All right, so just because I want to it's my favorite part as a kid. Get handsy with it. Oh yeah, look at that. Oh, you can see all the colors. Look at the colors. It's okay if you get messy because you ain't cooking if it ain't messy. Oh yeah, that's beautiful.
Okay, so now even though I enjoy all of these things in my salad, nothing else goes in here except what you're seeing right now. And then on any given day, I might feel like a little quinoa in my salad, so I'll just fix a bowl and add a couple of heaping tablespoons, or I might do cucumbers one day. I might add apples in here.
Oh, that's a good one.
And one of my favorites is golden beets. Ooh. So I'll steam some beets, slice them, and have those within the salad. And so the possibilities are endless. But the thing of it is, you have a basic salad for the week, and then you can add anything to it, not the whole thing, so that it stays fresh and different for you throughout the week.
Keeping it fresh and different.
Yes.
All right. Perfect. All right. So we're going to take our last break. Or do we have more?
Let me just do our salad.
We're doing a dressing. Okay, my bad. I'm already jumping the gun over here.
All right. So last but not least, and there's so many salad dressings that you can make with minimal effort, but I'm just going to use some balsamic vinegar.
Ooh, okay.
And I'm going to put some in here.
So we got
because we want some for a few days.
Yep. So we got about a half cup. Oh, going about a cup.
Going to 3/4.
3/4.
All right.
Yeah.
And then we're going to add a little Italian seasoning to it.
Mamma mia.
This is a half a teaspoon, but I'm not going to do that much.
Quarter teaspoon over here.
Of that. And then we're going to add some lemon.
Limon. I like it. I like it.
We're going to squeeze some lemon juice in there.
How do you feel about the squeezed bottle of juices? Do you like those? Hate those?
Okay, if it's not fresh, don't use it.
Amen.
And so you don't want real lemon in a jar or whatever. I see what I'm getting. I know what I'm getting. I don't need any preservatives in this to keep whatever it is. And so we squeeze some lemon in there.
Real food, goes bad.
And then sometimes I might add just a dash of
honey.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Maple syrup.
Maple syrup.
Yeah.
I think I got
add a dash of maple syrup. I might
more?
have already moved that, so it's okay. I'll add that later.
Okay, we go add it later. I got also agave if you want to.
Okay, we're just going to go with the maple syrup.
Maple syrup. All right, we go
and
with
I
maple.
see our beans have 20 minutes to go on there.
Yep.
And you can also add some nutritional yeast in here.
Ooh.
So now that we have had this basic dressing that's just very quick.
Delicious.
We're going to use an old maple syrup bottle and just add it in.
Repurposing. I
so
like it.
we are ready to go.
That looks awesome.
And there's our salad dressing for the week or whenever you want to use it. You don't have to worry about it going bad, and it's there whenever you need it.
Oh, that's awesome. I love these bottles. So make sure you give it a good shake before each use because things settle sometimes.
You could also add some chia seeds to this to thicken it up.
Chia. Love it. All right. That's it. We good? All right. So we're going to take our last break. We're going to clean up everything. Our brownies are almost done. So I'm super excited for that. And then we're going to come back and we're going to try the brownies. We're going to try the soup. I'm going to have a big bowl of salad. This is for just me. So I'm just kidding. No, I'm not. And we're gonna be trying everything. Let you guys have a wonderful evening. So we'll be back in about 5 minutes, y'all. See you soon. All right, and we are back. This is the best part. We get to try everything. So our brownies are looking amazing. I am very much impressed. They're just, and like you said, those little avocado bites are just like little golden, like jewels of amazingness. So I'm gonna go in there. Oh, nice and hot and warm. I'm gonna, and it's just coming out just, oh, that's so good. All right, you guys ready? Here we go. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. It's fudgy. It's soft. It's chocolatey. It's everything we want in life. Oh, okay. If I had this every day, I can do vegan. Just FYI. This, vegan. Oh, nothing but vegan. I'll even like raise a cow. All right, so vegan brownies, delicious, because I like to start with dessert. All right, now our bean, our 18 bean, 16 bean,
But who's counting?
who's counting beans, is ready to go. Oh, that looks so good. We'll grab our spoon. Oh, that's looking so good. Oh, look at that. That's perfect.
All of that goodness in there.
And health.
Yeah.
I just feel healthy looking at it. All right. So we're gonna grab a bowl. I'm gonna grab me a spoon. Oh, there's not a big enough spoon.
Right here.
We need bigger
Here's your
spoons.
spoon.
Oh. See, Miss Donita, you're spoiling me here.
Look at that.
Even with the bay leaf in
Oh,
there.
I didn't mention that I put 3 bay leaves in there, so be sure you add that.
And take it out.
Yeah, and take it out.
Yep.
All right, look at all of that.
Oh, all right. Luke coming in for the close-up. Oh, ho, 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 ho. All right, there we go.
A little hot, huh?
Hot.
So now let me just say that for those of you that might
Don't mind me. Keep
be,
going.
those of you that might be longing for more salt, lemon is the best way to lift the flavor. So I'm just going to squeeze some lemon in here,
Thank you.
and it'll give it kind of a saltier. There is no salt in here with the exception of whatever was in the coconut aminos and also the low sodium broth, because that did have some salt in there. But I actually did not use a salt shaker for any other part of this soup. So we'll just add a little bit of that to it, and it'll lift that flavor.
Okay. I can't taste any flavor because I just burnt the entire mouth. No, but I'm okay. I'm okay. All right. So tip for everybody at home, kids, if you take soup out of the Instapot and you put it in a bowl, it's extremely hot. I didn't know that.
All right. So
learned.
the last thing that I want to say is that you can purchase these super cubes on Amazon.
Super
and I
cubes.
always, and it's spelled S-O-U-P, like
Yep.
soup, E-R. I always cook like I'm cooking for the neighborhood, but I am able to freeze everything. And that way, I can have this next week, next month.
Oh.
And
okay.
so this particular one is a measurement for 1 cup or 1/2 cup. And then this one is a 1/2 cup or 1/4 cup. And for this one, I like to freeze my rice and grains in. And I will just take out a couple of these cubes from the freezer. You just punch them right out. And I don't keep them in here. Once they freeze, I will put them in freezer Ziploc bags, label and date them. And then you have it.
You can't get, this is crack. Oh my gosh. All right. Oh, last but not least, this amazing salad, right?
Yes.
I'm so excited. All right. So we have our salad base, which again, remind us what's in here.
We have our curly lettuce, red onions, red cabbage. We have a little citrus with an orange in there, and hemp seeds.
Them hemp
And you can
seeds.
add any of this in here.
I'm adding everything. I am not
Wonderful.
afraid.
That's what I would do.
Everything.
Put some quinoa in there.
All right. Little quinoa. Shake it up. And we put maple syrup in here.
Yes.
No agave, maple syrup, y'all.
And we did add a little extra. Yeah.
All right.
We have the lemon juice, the Italian seasoning in there.
All right. So if you guys want more information, again, the recipe is in the description. Miss Donita, thank you so much
You
for
are so
this
welcome.
amazing opportunity. Shout out to Reach in Multnomah County. Thank you guys so much for partnering with us to do these diabetes prevention classes. If you guys want more information about us, go to our website, feedthemass.org. Make sure you subscribe because we're going to do this every month. And I want you guys to know the latest stuff that we're doing, including our Fed Cafe. Come out tomorrow, have a coffee with us. Thank you, everyone who's online. Give us a thumbs up if you enjoyed this. And I have a psychic reading right now that maybe we're going to do more of these classes with Miss Donita. If you enjoyed this content, make sure you put a comment down below. Tell us what was your favorite part. And if you want Miss Donita to come back on, let us know, because I have a feeling she's going to be part of the family soon. I mean, she is wearing the Feed the Mass shirt.
Yes, I am.
Yes, she is. All right. Thank you, guys. Love y'all. Let's try this real quick. Oh, my God. See you guys next month.